TV station. Be the call, the escalation. This is your radio salvation. Go, 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 go.
Broadcasting live from the Go Live Vegas studios in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas. It's time now for the Twin Brothers from Different Mothers, the fastest growing podcast in the nation. New Jersey native Aaron Phillips is the voice of Las Vegas and an inductee into the Las Vegas Entertainment Hall of Fame. And Boston native Neil Portnoy is an internationally recognized artist and illustrator with his acclaimed studio in the heart of Las Vegas. Together, they are the Twin Brothers from Different Mothers.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Twin Brothers from Different Mothers here on Go Live Vegas, coming to you from the heart of Las Vegas. 12 noon here in Vegas, 3 p.m. East Coast. If you want to know the time in any other time zone, look it up on Google because I can't do that kind of math. Thank you for watching us today. As always, joining me here at the Go Live Vegas Twin Brothers from Different Mothers dais, Mr. Neil Portnoy. How are you?
I'm tremendous. It's another show.
It's another show.
Our live audience here is all clapping as we get into the day, get into our show.
Let's preface it by saying our alive crowd. Oh, they're breaking down the doors to come into the studio.
Social distancing outside, of course.
Of course, they're all outside. Also joining us from what we love to call the casting couch here at Twin Brothers from Different Mothers, our brother from another mother, Johnny Bird's in the house.
Hey everybody, how are you doing today?
Good, sir. What's going on, man? You're looking sharp over there.
I'm colorful. Neil made a comment about my Hawaiian shirt, so I brought in another Hawaiian shirt.
Who made the? What was so bad about your shirt? I love the shirts.
No, it wasn't a bad comment. It just I want to be festive.
That's a Tahitian shirt. The other one was Hawaiian. I can tell the difference. You cannot fool me.
It's a very Magnum PI-like shirt.
Yeah, there you go.
If I could grow a mustache like that, I'd be real happy.
That's what they call black shoe polish, my friend. Anyway, welcome to today's show. We got a great show today. It's always a great show.
Well, listen.
It's going to be a beautiful show.
This is the lull of the show. As we get into this, people will understand.
Well, let's just say if you'd imagine Beauty and the Beast, but put an S on the end of Beast and say Beauty and the Beasts, I think might be a better. As a matter of fact, don't we have a caricature picture of our guest today? Maybe we can just pop up to give everybody a little inkling of who our guest is today. It'll come up. There you go. There you go. Look at that. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate you coming in. Look at that. She's so gorgeous. Now imagine what she looks like in real person, in real life. Imagine that. Should we not mention the name so people can guess?
Yeah, no, don't see anything.
Okay. All right. Very good. But you hear her laughing in the background, so that's a good thing. She's laughing and not yelling at us for doing that. Anyway, you'll see why here in a few minutes. Thank you for joining us. Please make sure you reshare this feed. We have a watch party going on. Everybody here in the studio has a watch party, chat room going on. Of course, phone numbers, 702-329-6947 for anywhere within the U.S. If you're out of the U.S. or out of your mind, 855-502-4321 is the international number. Chat rooms are up. Hey, by the way, for you tweeters and twitters out there, send us a message. Your live tweet will be going live on the screen using hashtag Twin Brothers. Send us a message. They go live. If you have a question, a comment, we have many ways for you to be part of the show, which is what we love. Right, Neil?
Correct. The chat room here is blowing up already.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We know it's not for you and I. That's for darn sure. No. Look at that. We haven't even said barely anything for two. By the way, I want to acknowledge Go Live Vegas. You guys see the new logo that AA Ron here has produced? It's up on your screen in the lower right-hand corner.
What's the arrow? Can you press it and go to a live video? Or
no, that's like the arrow representing play, like you can.
Yeah, that's what I said. Can you?
But on the logo, it doesn't work that way.
Doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work that way.
Can we put a link like to Go Live Vegas on that arrow? Aaron E., what do you think about that, pal? He's
shaking his head.
Yeah.
Plus, I think he's got other thoughts rumbling around in there. Yeah. Plus, by the way, check out our website, twinbrothers.vegas. It is growing. It's got some initial content, and that'll keep going. I want to share a couple of hellos that's in our chat room right now for our guest. Doug Coran says hello to our guest. Stan Egger, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, says hello. And our dear friend, Teresa Mala, saying hola in the chat room. Hello, Teresa. We love you very much, and thank you for joining us as always. So the chat room is blown up. All right, a couple of headlines, as always, sir, that I want to touch on. And you have no clue what I'm going to talk about today because you didn't ask for the cheat sheet.
Well, I got here late today. I didn't have a chance to cheat on the cheat sheet.
No, you got here on time because your coffee was waiting for you.
Unbelievable.
The housekeeping department in this studio is wonderful.
Mrs. E is so good.
That's right. And you know, it was her birthday this week, so she should get a special shout out from you.
I'm not singing.
No, you don't have to.
Good.
So just wish her.
I'm taking voice lessons from our guest, though.
It
No,
doesn't
she
matter.
told
You
me-
could have
No,
Pavarotti in here. You ain't going to do.
She told me if I can hear the tune, then I could sing. Problem is, I can't hear the tune.
Right. The dogs can hear you sing.
Well, they act different.
Are you going to wish the boss's lady a happy birthday?
Happy birthday, Mrs. E.
There you go, for crying out loud. We also have our feed going across the bottom, our scroll of news going on in the entertainment world, a new feature here at Go Live. So, man, we got so much good. There's more stuff on the screen. People can't see us, but that's okay. We want to keep everybody informed. Real quickly, did you feel the earthquake yesterday from
Did not.
Tonopah?
Again, I still have never felt an earthquake.
You didn't feel the one last July?
Nope. We were in the car driving somewhere, and people said, "Did you feel?" No.
Well, that Friday night, the day of my birthday, the Earth moved at 8:30 p.m.
Yeah.
And it was the craziest sensation.
I was heading down to Tuscany, and I thought I hit a pothole, but maybe that's what it was.
Actually, there's a section in 95 up that way that is cracked in half because of what was it,
Really?
a 6-something, 6.3, do you remember?
I think it was 6'5".
Well,
6.5?
wasn't this one up in Tonopah the same thing, like 6.4?
There was one earlier in the week, I thought,
right,
too.
and then it was like a 5.3.
The aftershocks.
Aftershocks, yeah.
Crazy. Keep them up there. I don't want them here. Let's see. What else do I want? Okay. Gig workers, piece of news, a little business, which I generally don't. Finally are approved to get unemployment. So anybody that is considered a gig worker. Are we gig workers?
No, but their first check is coming in 2022.
Exactly.
But it's going to help. It's going to help.
That's right. And of course, federal government or state or whatever was extended unemployment benefits another 13 weeks. But if you haven't gotten paid your first week from when you filed in March, what's another 13 when you haven't gotten week 1 yet?
You know what I just learned? This bailout money, and I don't want to call it bailout money, but I don't have any other
Stimulus
term.
money.
Stimulus money to these big corporations
Mm-hmm.
that are now taking the money, filing bankruptcy, keeping the money, and then reorganizing. It's a loophole they never closed.
Not good. Those
Yeah.
companies should be sending the money back anyway. Like some of them have.
Like Harvard.
Like they don't get enough as a private school, right?
Well, they have an endowment that's worth more than some people who are endowed. I'll just leave it at
I
that.
know. I had it in my head. You took it from me. Doggone it. You took it from
I'm
me.
sorry.
Oh, look at this. We have another example of brother from another mother. Look at them faces. 90% same look-alike in left porn star. Okay? I have no idea. Who's at 1, 2, 3, Sadie Mae to have a best friend from the word go and forever afterwards. That's probably got to be to our guest because I don't know who that person is.
Well, you do realize with my last name Portnoy, if you superimpose two different letters, I could be Neil Porntoy. Just had to throw that in.
We'll let that slide by. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right. Couple of things, just news, and yeah, who's that? Oh, you're going to, okay, never mind. They'll pose up. Do they rotate automatically there, Mr. Boss? Oh, so I better read them fast when they come up.
What are we talking about rotating?
The Twitter, your porn toy. Brian Johnson, thank you. Gypsy's in the chat room. By the way, you can also watch us on our live feed on YouTube. If you're a YouTuber, just check us out on our YouTube channel. Hey, we're up on Twitter also. Twin Brothers Twitter channel. Go Live Vegas, the downloadable app. Take us on the go with you if you're going from upstairs to downstairs. It's better if you listen than watch on the screen walking down those steps. If you're going out and venturing somewhere, you can just turn on the audio. Where else are we? Periscope. We're on the GoLive.Vegas website. We're all over. We're multicasting. So, and you know why? Because we had a hell of a guest. More people want to see our guest today than just you and I.
We are the fastest growing
Yes.
podcast in America right now,
Yeah.
with people internationally, because we
Yep.
won't let them in on our borders.
That's correct.
And they can't jump over walls in Mexico. Other than that,
Send
we
your
are
emails.
everywhere.
Oh my goodness, you are correct. We are everywhere. Join the train now. If you would like, on a serious note, if you would like more information about how to get involved with us and become a sponsor, supporter, and get your message out to literally anywhere from 30 to 50, 60,000 views in 1 week. Mr. Johnny, how about you supply some information as to where people can contact you for ad information?
For ad information, 725-205-2349 to be added to the fastest growing podcast in America. Last 3 weeks, I believe we averaged over 50,000 views.
That is correct. That is correct. We are growing. And if you don't remember the number, you can always send an email to twinbrothersdifferentmothers@gmail.com, and he will get the email from me. Anyway, couple of businesses I just want to mention. Going down, I saw, and real quickly before we go to, we have a celebrity call. I forgot.
Yeah, I'm waiting. Who we got this week?
Real quickly, give me your thoughts on these places that have been advertised as opening, not only here, but there's one across the country. Treasure Island due to open this week.
That's the first of the casinos, correct?
Correct. Container Park opened.
Well, there's not much you can do there other than walk around in a big
Circle.
rectangular, yeah.
Unless you go into the containers,
Yeah, but
obviously.
the dragon, that thing out, the big...
Grasshopper.
Yeah, that one too. Both of those big things that they have.
Yep. Careful.
Okay.
Keep going.
I
Just
know.
keep going. Don't stop. Don't take a breath.
I'd like some butter. I am on a roll. But they're not opening that, so you can't see the flashing lights and anything else.
Correct. Lisa Frederick, thank you for joining us. Willie Triplett, thank you for joining us in the chat room. Peppermill Restaurant is opening back up.
Correct.
Good for them. I like that. Restaurants inside casinos, and I know there's going to be a lot of obstacles that they need to jump to get open, but restaurants within casinos have been approved to open based on bathrooms and things like
Well,
that. So,
my investment in the cones, those traffic cones,
yes.
is really paying off now because they're moving them inside.
yes.
Right.
I still, you know what? I think we should buy into those clickers. Those silver clickers people used to count people.
That's what we used to call the remote for TV. Can I have the clicker, please?
Exactly,
Right?
exactly. Hey, Mall of America, Minnesota's opening back up.
Johnny's thrilled about that.
I know. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You getting any feedback on that from anybody?
I haven't. I saw the news. I saw the news clip that it was opening back up. I don't know how they're going to. Well, it's huge.
Well,
It is.
is that
I mean-
really in like 2 states? So, I mean, which part's going to open up first?
Yeah, really. Exactly.
Actually, before all this stuff, they were talking about $1 billion addition to it, taking over the Met Stadium side of it, which was parking, and doubling the size. It went from being the biggest mall in the world to being the second biggest. I believe Vancouver was a little bit bigger.
Really?
So they wanted to reclaim that. I don't know where that's going to be now.
Wow.
Interesting.
Wow.
Two other news notes. The Las Vegas Outlets North that are right off of Charleston, not far from where your gallery is, down
Yep.
off of the 15th, they
Yep.
opened back up. And last but not least, the other newsworthy story, Tesla is considering moving out of Northern California because of all the state restrictions there to possibly
Oklahoma or Texas are the
other
two
two.
finalists, yeah.
Oh, he knocked Vegas
Yeah,
out?
they knocked Vegas out.
I
Vegas
didn't
is
know
now out, yeah. This morning, driving to the studio here, they talked about Oklahoma and Texas.
Okay.
I got one more. You
Yeah.
forgot about the openings here in Vegas.
Go ahead.
Last night was what may have been the
Bobby Mayo's.
Yeah, the first
Oh, I saw
live
pictures.
performance. Yeah, at Bobby Mayo's in the Galleria Mall.
Right on.
A friend of ours, Mark Maynard, was performing. Tonight, Mario Rosales is going to be performing from 6 to 9 at Bobby Mayo's. And on Sunday,
Sunday.
I'll be down there from 6 to 9 doing some show,
Right on.
singing a few songs.
And they changed the menu, I heard. It's like now no longer Chinese, it's just Mexican.
No,
is that
no,
correct?
it's both. It's both. They got stuff on there. They brand new menu, but
Mexican burger or something, somebody told me, because
I'm
I'm a foodie.
there's a Mexican pizza. I took a little bit of a look at the menu. I was there, frankly, to drink.
Real quickly, I just actually saw this piece of news come across the scroll. Comedian, actor, and character actor Fred Willard passed away today, I guess, at
Oh,
80-something.
no.
I just literally read it on the scroll on our own TV show, on our own show. And, of course, Roy Horn, governor, issued an order to have flags at half-staff for Mr. Horn. Interesting chats about that on Facebook, one initiated by yours truly, but that's okay. Phone number, 702-329-6947, 855-502-4321. Now, with that, another celebrity called in during the beginning, and he's been on hold for a while to talk with
a
Johnny.
celebrity on hold.
I know. Well, listen, we spared every expense to get him on the show. So, Johnny, take it away, sir.
Well, we've become very important, so they're willing to wait for
Absolutely.
the twin brothers over there. You guys know we've had a lot of celebrities clamoring to get on the show on the Twin Brothers podcast, and this week only the strong survive. We got none other than ex-governor of California, 7-time Mr. Olympia, and blockbuster movie star Arnold Schwarzenegger. Governor, thanks for calling in. How are you doing?
And now,
Oh, we
it's
gotta
time
go to
for
this.
Celebrity Spotlight. featuring the voice
He's gonna wait.
chameleon.
Gonna make him wait another
Dr.
second.
Cine.
Gonna make him wait another second, huh?
You know, you got to do what you got to do. Governor, you there? How you doing?
Hello, Johnny. I'm doing great, thank you. I'm just finishing up a workout here in my home in California.
So you haven't let the lockdown stop you from physical activity?
You're not bringing up the whole issue with the maid again, are you?
No, I was talking about lifting weights.
Well, to be honest with you, Johnny, I started back up again after taking some time off. Sly Stallone was here the other day and he said, Arnold, if you don't start getting back in shape, our next movie together is going to be called The Expandables.
So along those lines, do you have any projects in the works
I'm
currently?
working on another Terminator project.
Really, what does that make this one?
A joke. Seriously though, it's in production now, and what happens is I go back in time as the original T-800 Model 101 from Terminator 2 to confront myself as the Model T-800 Terminator programmed to kill Sarah Connor. And just as we're ready to square off, me as the Terminator from Genesis shows up with Sarah Connor to intervene. Then we take off in a DeLorean charged with 1.33 gigawatts of power going 88 miles an hour, where we enter a space warp continuum and commandeer the Millennium Falcon from Han Solo and Chewbacca and save the crew of the Enterprise from the Predator and Thanos with my twin brother Danny DeVito.
Oh my goodness, is there a working title for this? You're not serious.
Of course not, you silly bastard.
Well, Arnold, you made plenty of films. Any that stand out in your mind as ones that you really liked, and any clunkers that...
I really like doing The True Lies. This was a good film with Jamie Lee Curtis, you know, and the Pumping Iron. I was proud of that. You know, Sly and I were heated competitors for a long time, but you know, we worked together, and it was great working with him. He told me he wants to be on your show, by the way, so look for that.
Good, good.
The rest were pretty much, wow, why did I do that?
What about Conan?
He does a pretty decent talk show, you know, but I like you and Aaron and Neil better.
No, I meant the Barbarian. Never mind. Arnold, it's been great having you on the show. Thank you so much. Stopping in here when you're in Vegas.
I'll do that. By the way, Johnny, I bought one of your Portnoy mugs. They're
Ah, great.
fantastic. Hasta la vista, baby.
This has been Celebrity Spotlight with Don Tersini, sponsored in part by Birdland Productions. Be sure to tune in each week as we put the spotlight on some of the world's biggest names.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Wow, the governor.
I kept waiting for Arnold to be back.
Well, he might be if we keep this up. All right, we've fooled around long enough to welcome everybody in. We're going to step aside for our first commercial break real quick, 30 seconds. By the time we come back, our fire drill in this studio will be complete as our guest. You want to announce who it is?
No.
Elisa Fur will be sitting right between us, live and in person, not a caricature. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere.
What do you do when you're craving the best pizza in Vegas and want a fun family activity? Call Marsigliano's Pizzeria and more and order up your very own pizza kit. Kids and parents love the fun while creating your very own hot, fresh, and delicious custom pizzeria pizza at home. Call 702-979-9222 for Marsigliano's Pizzeria and more and order your very own custom pizza kit for delivery or takeout. That's 702-979-9222 and make every night a pizza night.
Hey, welcome back to Twin Brothers from Different Mothers. Want to thank the Governor for calling in. I mean, you know, our list of celebrities just continues to escalate, Johnny. I mean, this is great.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun being able to talk to all these famous people, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without having the power and the gravitas behind the twin brothers.
Oh, yeah, I like that he mentioned us.
Well, the amazing thing is I'm getting daily requests to be Portnoy. You know that because
Yes.
it's exploding. Our guests that want to be part of Twin Brothers is exploding quicker, faster. It's almost like take a number. You want to be on the show as our guest
Exactly.
entertainer, whatever.
Call us. We know somebody. Anyway, from performing for 15 years as a Las Vegas headliner and starring or co-starring in 5 production shows in a tour, as to a touring artist who's performed for the King and Queen of Malaysia and alongside Shaka Khan and Journey, Elisa Fur is known to be one of the top Celine Dion tribute artists in the world, and we're fortunate enough to have her today. Please welcome Elisa to the show. Welcome.
Yay!
Just pull that microphone right up to you.
Hello,
There you go.
darling.
It's like a stethoscope kind of microphone, so don't be shy.
Why am I always the shortest guy in a dais?
In the what?
Because I'm not up there.
That's dais.
Yeah, that one too. Both
Diaz.
Diaz. It depends what part of the country you're from and how you pronounce
Well,
it.
like Johnny said, though, if he was up here, you wouldn't be the shortest.
That's why we keep them on the couch.
Right? Welcome to Twin Brothers and our craziness here. Thank you for coming in. Nice to have a guest in studio for a change. But we appreciate you taking the time this morning.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here. This is a beautiful studio.
Thank you. I'd say I created it myself, but that's a different Aaron. Anyway, so listen, things have been crazy in the world. We actually, your addition to Johnny's song, Along Together, was tremendous. Was
Thanks,
tremendously
Johnny.
done. I always like to start off with the very basic question. Obviously, you're a performer, very successful. How did you get started in music? Why this line of entertainment or career?
Back in the day, there was really no way to get heard unless you were doing pageants, you know, a long time ago, way before the shows,
Right.
the talent shows. So I wanted to sing, and I was 14 and started doing the Miss Arkansas and those kind
Okay.
of pageants. And then
So
everything-
from Arkansas.
Yeah. Well, I was born and raised in Memphis, but by the time I was ready to do the pageants, we moved there when I was 10 years
Were
old.
you always 6'4" as a child? Or?
I came out about 6'2". It was very painful for my mother.
We have a tweet from Sydney, Australia.
Wow.
Lewis Long Music. Hello from Sydney, Australia to Twin Brothers. Hey, thank you so much. My
Oh,
goodness. Thank you for
Lewis.
sending that in. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I think that's our first tweet from Australia.
Well, it is, and if you look at the time difference,
I know, it's
that's
tomorrow,
when
isn't it?
Well, that's when she usually gets up.
Oh,
so
I got
this is a treat.
Gotcha.
Tremendous.
As it is for most
I
performers.
might know that guy. I think it's a guy named David that I'm getting ready to collaborate on a lot of songs
Oh,
with.
wow.
David DeLong, yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. There's a connect. I used to, going back to your pageants, I used to actually MC a couple of pageant systems here in town. So
Really?
I've been up close and personal with the ladies that have had to perform that stuff.
How
so.
close is the
My wife
question?
may be listening, so I have to defer the answer to a later
all right.
time.
So, Lisa, you did the pageants way back when. When did you realize you had this voice?
I was downstairs listening to the radio playing pool in my parents' garage. We had a little game room, and I heard "Don't Stop Believin'." It was 1984, and I literally just dropped everything and ran upstairs and said, "Mom, I know what I want to do." I heard Steve Perry's voice, and in that second, I knew immediately that I wanted to be a singer, and then we had to find an outlet for me to be able to perform.
What was
which
the outlet?
Pageants.
Pageants.
The pageants,
So
yeah.
you started, part of the beauty end of it, and you say, hey, wait a minute, I got to take this up a notch.
I started.
What
I
was
was
the
taking
next thing?
piano lessons
Okay.
and doing all those things. But when I moved to Memphis, I ended up meeting a guy named Paul Taylor, who was the guitar player and keyboard player for Winger, and Alice Cooper. And it was after a Steve Perry concert. He was playing keyboards, and I got to go backstage, and I gave them all demo tapes. I was no fool. I brought little tapes. And they took him on the bus, and he ended up calling me about 2 months later and said, "I want you to know that Steve Perry and all of us listened to your tape, and we think you're a really great singer. You should come out to L.A." And I was like, okay.
All right, first live performance. I mean, the first performance you did, now you've got the voice. It's been recognized by people. What's the first time on the stage in front of an audience?
The school talent show, I sang "Break It to Me Gently." Juice Newton.
That's a perfect song for you.
I want to share in the chat room. I just switched off my watch party to my live video comments, and there are comments and hellos I want to share with you. Of course, our dear friend here, Terry Haley, says hello. Patricia Brennan, don't forget to get your Portnoy mugs, and you can sip your choice of drinks from a social distance at Portnoy. It's 5:20 a.m., which means it's Sunday morning there, right? They're ahead, right? So David's out there sending. Patricia, she says that she was a pageant director, and he's thanking us and thanking you actually for the plug that you shared with him.
Thanks,
So
Patricia.
chats are coming in. Our phone numbers I put in the chat room is if you're outside the country, if you want to call from Australia, 855-502-4321, 702-329-6947, or just simply tweet us, hashtag Twin Brothers. We'll get your message just like we did before.
Wow.
All right. So pageant systems. Now, when did you really take it serious? So you heard Journey, that gave you the bug. Pageant systems was your outlet. When did you really step it up a notch and say, you know what, I can do this professionally?
Started singing in bands. I actually went into bars. I was underage, and nobody really cared back in the day. I was 19, started singing with a band called Night Shift, and we were at a place called LA City Limits, and I was also the keyboard player. Started doing that, which led into going on the road with different bands, but oh my gosh, can I tell you, I've been through it. riding in the back of a box truck with a hole cut in it, you know, with it raining on you, and the door would fly open when you're. I mean, I paid my dues. Let me tell you.
Let me ask you a question that a lot of our listeners and viewers don't understand the process. What amazes me is when I see a live performer singing, how the freak do they know all the words?
Yeah.
How do you know all the words to all of these songs, and when the breaks are, where you put the emphasis? How much studying goes into actually learning a song?
Well, that's a very good question. When I have to actually learn songs, I will play it over and over while I go to sleep at night, so it kind of gets into your subconscious. But as far as how do you learn the words, I'm not sure how other people do it, but it's songs that I've always loved and listened to my whole life that I end up performing, so they're already there just from repetitive listening at my own leisure, you know, so I don't really have to learn the words.
You know them.
Yeah, or I record them, and I record them like line by line, and then by the time I get finished, I already know the song.
Because I make up verses.
Oh, a lot of us do, trust
You know,
me. We
it-
say watermelon, and nobody, watermelon.
I heard Johnny writes the lyrics on his hands while he's performing. Is that true?
Sometimes, and I'll put it on a piece of paper on the ground. There's so many songs swimming around in my head that sometimes I need a word.
Yeah.
So, what do you do, Elisa, if you forget a word? Do you make stuff up? It has to have happened to you at least once.
Oh, it has. There's a lot of tricks. One of the tricks, I think singers may kill me for saying this, is when what I like to call, very ladylike, a brain fart, or a brain toot, if you will.
There you go.
We'll say, come on, guys, sing along with us, you know.
Oh, there you go.
You're right.
So then you look and they're singing the words, and then you figure out what the words are. Or you can just ad lib a lot.
Sure.
Sometimes I've acted like I've got something stuck in my throat. I'm telling you, we've done it all.
You know what I've found is as long as it rhymes at the end, most people don't even know that you're singing the wrong word.
That's true. A lot of people don't know you fake it until
That's
you
right.
make it. I'm telling you,
That's
you really
right.
do.
And for years, you know, like we'll sing along as amateurs, and then those are the words.
Right, exactly. That's when you look up YouTube and look up the lyrics
Yeah.
and go, geez Louise. We have a hello from Doug Coran from Columbus, Ohio, home of White Castle and Wendy's, which, of course, Wendy's now is not even serving burgers anymore.
Oh, what?
Joselle Annabelle, hello from Puerto Rico to you.
Hi.
And we have Margaret checking in from Boston. We appreciate everybody checking in. I just want to remind everybody, thank you for watching Twin Brothers from Different Mothers. Aaron Phillips, Neil Portnoy, Johnny Bird, and, of course, our special guest, Elisa.
That's right.
Fur. I've been private because my daughter's Alyssa, so I'm
I
trying
know,
to.
I know.
I'm pausing that one.
I was wondering when you were going to have a little difficulty.
Thank
saying.
goodness.
Everybody
Thank goodness
does
not.
that. Don't feel bad.
Exactly. So call us. Numbers are on the screen. Chat with us, which you are. By all means, please send us a tweet at hashtag Twin Brothers. And let's see. Oh, yes. And I'm being reminded by our producer, otherwise we get thrown out of here. Don't forget to download the Go Live Vegas app to your Android or iPhone. Take us on the go, just audio. So if you're traveling from your bedroom to the living room, listen to us on the mobile app, at least audio-wise, and you cannot miss a word.
That's right.
I got a question because off camera, earlier we were talking about, listen, you've got a plethora of abilities, knowledge, industry, years you've been doing this. How are we going to break down in this 1 hour interview we do with you? And I said, well, look, let's talk about the early years. Let's write the book, basically. We've kind of touched base on the early years, how you get into it with the pageants, playing the keys, first performance. Now you've got this ability. You want to take it up a notch. When did you get to Vegas?
Well, an important part of the story is that I moved from Memphis, Tennessee, to LA because my dear friend Paul Taylor said you should come out here and write music. He believed in me. So I was literally one of those cases that I had $600. Thank God my dad bought me a new car, and I drove blindly, just as a kid, out to Los Angeles. Had no job, nowhere to stay, and I just started faking it until I made it. I would meet people, rent rooms, and write music. That music started getting placed in music libraries for TV and film.
How'd you write music? Do you write the lyrics or do you write the melodies and all that stuff?
I arrange it. Well, with Paul, he would make the instrumentals. Paul was the guy from Alice Cooper and Winger. But
Sure.
And then they would give me the lyrics and let me do the melody. And so that started. And then I started meeting a lot of people. I also did acting for a little while. I was sang in a Persian band. I was. I would do disco.
Wait a
At
second.
Persian.
I'm stopping you right there. What does that mean that you sang in a Persian band?
I was hired to do the disco portion at Persian weddings. So I would come out and do, they would, for a very, very famous Persian singer named Morteza, who was a
What's the Persian version?
Careful.
No, I
Careful.
sang English. I sang English disco. I would come out and do what I do. They would stop playing their cultural music.
It's like a Jewish wedding where you have a male side and a female side.
I get both.
How do you, I don't understand. I'm confused.
Well, it was just a wedding, and I would come out and sing disco, and then they would go back and go back into their music. They're calling, yeah. I did that for several years and acted in lots of different movies and TV shows.
Speaking of freaks, I hate to say this.
Oh dear! Oh
But
dear! Oh
I,
dear!
I just want to share these two messages, and we have to step aside for a quick break
Sure.
to pay a bill.
Sure.
So I want to share. Patricia Brennan, who's in the chat room, says yes, as a singer, she agrees. Sing what you love, but she puts her own styling into it, and yes, she does improvise, and it pays off by chatting with her pianist to make it work. He's moving to USA Today. Persians are well known for the wedding parties, and a good friend, my friend Art Martini from GoldenNetwork.tv is in the chat room enjoying today's show. With that, though, we
Thanks,
need to step
everybody.
aside. Quick, can you do a live read on yours first? On something your kids are doing?
Oh, yeah.
All right,
I
let's
can.
do that first. Bring up the logo for Can Kids, and then we'll go to the other commercial. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
So my kids have been asking about being in a business for the longest time because they see Daddy in the business, so they wanted to start up their own business. So we sat down, had a planning meeting, and we came out with the Can Kids, and they are now the Can Kids. So we started in our apartment complex, and they went from building to building, and apartment to apartment, and they asked everybody that if they're going to be throwing away their cans or recycle them anyway, if they could pick them up and as part of their business. So they did that. Now they're branching out. They're going to some businesses around town that have cans, and they asked me to ask you. So if anybody in the Las Vegas Valley collects cans and you'd like a pickup for the Can Kids, just call the number on the screen, 725-205-2349, and they would be delighted to come and pick up your cans.
In other words, Anna is now gone from soccer mom to can mom.
Something like that.
All right.
Okay, we'll be back in 30 seconds.
THD is a cosplayer with two things on his mind: to get fit and to have fun. Now you can too with Living Dagger Fitness. Through Living Dagger Fitness, you'll train with a superhero to be a superhero. Using the timeless techniques of training, including Muay Thai and fitness kickboxing, you'll learn the health and fitness habits of your favorite characters. You'll get in the best shape of your life while enjoying the fun and excitement of living your character. To find out more, email THD at theherodrownslv@gmail.com. Live your character.
As you can tell, the two white Jewish guys on the end have no rhythm. Welcome back to Twin Brothers from Different Mothers. Aaron Phillips, Neil Portnoy, Johnny Bird, A.A. Ron. E is there, and of course our special guest today, Elisa.
Hi.
702-329-6947. Give us a call. Let's get a call in and a question, 855-502-4321. Send us a tweet through Twitter. We'll come up live on the screen, hashtag Twin Brothers. I guess that's all. I think I'm up to date. Real quickly, earlier in the show, everybody's talking about masks and health and stuff like this, and my daughter has been putting masks together with my wife for a group called the Mask Posse, which is based on a local union. My daughter is a sound engineer for musicals. Wow. Frozen is the show she was on, but of course it is now Frozen. So the Mask Posse is making masks and stuff and getting them donated. So we have, if you're a Raiders fan, we have some Raiders masks here, okay? If you don't care about the Raiders, we just have some normal fabric stuff that is a mix and match. If you are interested, send me an email at twinbrothersdifferentmothers@gmail.com, and I'll give you all the information. on how that'll work. So you got Raider stuff, and Raider stuff is only good until supplies last. So, okay, let's pick back up the important stuff.
Question
That
for
is
you.
important.
I got to do plugs. You know,
Hey,
it's a
baby.
nonprofit group.
Here's a very important question. Who trained you?
Well, my professional training came from Michael Jackson's vocal coach, Seth Riggs, in Los Angeles. Once I got out there, I did a talent show at Robert De Niro's restaurant, Tribeca, and I won. And Seth Riggs was one of the
Judges?
one of the judges, and he took me on under his wing, and he actually trained me for free, and then recommended that I become a voice coach myself, which I'm beginning to get ready to do again. Teach voice lessons.
How do they train you? Listen, ability you're born with, you learn technique. You enhance that technique with repetition, do it again. How do they train you as a voice coach when you already have the ability? What does the training?
He didn't train me as a voice coach. I basically teach all the things that I have learned that help me. I teach all of the things that I do. So I don't necessarily do, because with him it was just exercises. But to coach, I talk about harmony. I talk about a little bit of music theory, pitch control, how to do how to do runs or licks.
You're looking at me like I can do it.
My wife says that when I chase her around the house. Anyway,
What?
exactly. You mentioned vocal cords and stuff, and I have a question that I'm going to come back to. David from Australia wants to know, he's got a garage full of cans. Will the kids be willing to go to Sydney to pick them up, Johnny?
No, but I will.
Yeah, exactly, right?
It depends on how many cans there are.
Yes. Patricia, we are aware that the Saints are opening up Raider Stadium. We talked about that on an earlier show called Our House, Our Voice, and that's a whole nother topic. Okay, you talked about vocal cords. And we were
Yes.
talking before the show.
Oh my gosh.
Very recently, you had an issue with vocal cords.
Yeah, I'd like to call it my lifetime maintenance.
Okay.
We do maintenance on everything: our cars, our
Sure.
faces, our houses. And I've been singing just nonstop since I was 13 years old. So I did develop calluses. And the last couple of years has been very difficult for me. I learned to sing over them because they're basically, when you zip like a zipper, I was having to zip and sing over those. So my dear friend Arnel Pineda connected me. He's the lead singer of Journey. Connected me with one of the best vocal surgeons in LA, Cedar Sinai. She did a wonderful job, but afterwards I was supposed to do rehab to learn how to speak and sing again.
Right.
Guess what happened? Coronavirus.
Oh, wow. No
So
follow-ups.
no follow-ups, no scope to see if it worked, nothing. So as the month was going by, my voice was beginning to atrophy. So I, out of desperation, reached out to, instead of a speech pathologist, Kimberly Knitz, a wonderful vocal coach here. And between her and myself, I've rehabbed my voice back to better, way, way better than it
Right
was
on.
before. Thank God, because
on.
it was scary. It was a scary month for me.
Absolutely, I can imagine. Because after all, that's your moneymaker.
Yep.
That's what it's all about right here.
Yeah, so
So-
I'm back and I'm ready, and I've been doing videos to.
Is it a pain that you feel, or you just can't hit the note?
It's like having to learn to walk again after breaking a leg or I can't explain it. It was very bizarre. I knew what I was doing, but it was cracking. It wasn't coming out, and I sat and cried night after night. I was so frustrated. But everybody said, you just have to take time.
Yeah.
And I did it a little bit at a time to get back to where I am today.
Simple little things as talking, like when I had my cellulitis attack way back in the day.
Oh, that's no joke.
And I had my right leg, ankle to knee. I mean, I had occupational therapy to teach me how to walk, even climb a stair, even though you know how to
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
Okay, but guess what? The white light's flashing. Doesn't
Yeah,
mean
what does
we're
that
dying
mean?
here, but it's
Is
not flashing.
Is it from Minnesota?
Do we have a call on the line? Who's this, please? Caller, what's your name and where you from?
Richie from St. Paul. How you doing,
Richie, that's our buddy, Richie.
guys? Oh, listen, Lisa Furr. I don't know if it's a question as much as a comment. The first time I ever saw her was at the Bobby Resiniti Healing Hearts charity dinner.
Hi! Oh my gosh! Oh my
Oh,
gosh!
and
What
when
a
she sang "My Heart Will Go On," and she's done that song on like some Vegas Live. Well, not Vegas.
I just got the
other-
goosies.
Me too. I got him crawling up my
Oh
legs.
my God!
Yep.
This song, when she does that, and that's why I'm hoping that Lisa, that your voice has survived this crazy 8 weeks here. But at that show, we all were in tears.
Oh, and it was can you just quickly explain what that was for?
Well, hon,
Weren't
you
you
have
there?
to remind me. All I know is that Healing Hearts money was put on the table to say, hey, you got to go to this dinner tonight. And I'm going, Okay.
I
What am
gotta
gonna do
give
when
I
get
gotta give
there?
a plug really quick. It's for parents that have lost their children.
Ah.
And you want
Oh,
to talk
this
about
was-
an
that-
emotional gig, and it was right after I'd lost a friend to suicide also. So I was crying. Everybody else was crying. But hi to Bobby. Hi to Healing Hearts, and thank you so much for calling in.
I've got her here.
God bless you all. Take care.
Thank you, Richie.
You've got her there?
I've got her here.
Is this Elisa?
Yeah.
Oh boy, which one is that?
My
This
heart
is
will go on.
at the Bobby
Oh, that's it.
Healing Hearts charity dinner.
Oh, that is the show
I want to
itself?
hear this.
Yeah. If you close your eyes, you know you can picture Celine, which actually gives me a lead-in question.
I don't want to close my eyes. I'm looking at her.
Well, right now you're looking at me, and that's scary.
There's not a note's difference between her and Celine.
Right.
Oh, and I was
right.
crying too. So
And let's
it's a little
clarify,
pitchy.
this is not the Celine Dion version.
This
So
is-
Napster and everybody, don't do anything to us.
Yeah,
this is her version.
This is Elisa singing.
And that is a
Correct.
licensed track.
so you do own the track.
Yes,
So we're
that's
okay
me
to play it.
It's me singing, and that's a licensed karaoke
All right.
track.
Excellent. So
Mechanical and synchronization rights.
how did you know that Celine Dion was something you could do as part of your tour? I'm always. When did you realize you could do that as Celine and be Celine?
That's the best question ever, and one that I get asked a lot. I was in a house band at the Paris Napoleon's Lounge, and everybody's out partying, and they're there looking. Let's just face it, they're looking to get
Sure.
lucky that night.
Sure.
So you're singing, and you're a bit of a wallflower, and that's to be expected. But every time I would sing, "My Heart Will Go On," it would get dead quiet. And after I would get finished, and I had no idea, I wasn't trying to sound like her at the time, people would walk up and put $20 tips in the jar. And right after that, I got pregnant with my first and only child. And I thought, we're on to something here. And a lot of my friends were already impersonating. I had no idea I was going to do that. And in another split second, I realized I need to do a Celine Dion tribute.
Right
so
on.
while I was pregnant, I couldn't fit into those sexy showgirl costumes. I had to quit Jubilee, and I
you were in
created
Jubilee.
a show. Yeah, it was.
People
a show.
say that Neil and I are impersonators too. We impersonate each other.
You do. I'm
So-
confused. I feel like I'm seeing double.
Here's another clip.
Oh goodness, is that from the View, Valley View?
2012. This is also from the Healing Heights charity dinner.
Thank you, Johnny.
Your buddy David from Australia, he actually in the chat room put the link to the Celine Dion "My Heart Will Go On" in the chat room.
Thank
so if
you,
you want to hear and
David.
see more of that, pick it up in the chat room. It is on YouTube. I'm sure if you just simply YouTube Alyssa, you'll be able to find it.
Alyssa, you
Bobby's-
did it.
I
You
did
did it.
I know.
Don't worry, my
Well, it's
ex-boyfriend called me
Elisa.
Alyssa for 3 months.
Elisa.
And I'm-
Elisa.
we won't say names.
Now,
Pat-
Yeah, don't say names.
But Patricia Brennan, who's in the chat room, she wants to share that she lost her daughter on May 27th, 11 years
Oh,
ago.
I'm so sorry, Patricia.
So she says thank you to you. with
Oh,
the-
God bless
so-
you. So sorry.
Man, oh man, I got goosebumps. Johnny.
Yeah, with the Celine Dion thing. Now, we're in Vegas. They have the celebrity shows and the all the look-alike and sound-alikes. Now,
Legends.
the legends. You did some of that, and you were about ready to do some.
We were going to announce, I was getting ready to go back in next month. And I'm still going to go in because they are going to open back up as soon
You're here.
as soon as we get. Hi, Gina. Hi, Mark Mercer, Tony, Brian, my Rainbow Bright, and my family and legends. I'm looking so forward to coming back with my new voice and performing and the show is amazing.
I gotta say, you know what? I'm sitting here and I still have the goosies.
Oh,
Listen,
you guys,
it's just-
come on.
I mean, incredible.
Johnny is my. We can talk over that.
So a couple of questions that we talked about that you sent us are actually in my getting to know you segment, so I'm skipping those.
Sure.
Not that that's a hint, but I do want to know, because you know what, everybody's coping with the pandemic situation very differently.
yeah.
What are you doing so far to survive these 8+ weeks that we're in this?
I've been recording and making videos. It's been
Okay.
a slow process because I was literally rehabbing my voice as I was
Sure,
recording. So I just put out Piano in the Dark, which is my voice, my stock footage, my footage.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, once again, karaoke tracks are licensed, so there is no. Oh, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't read it.
Ray Streeb. I never.
Oh, hi, Ray.
Elisa, the best vocalist in the land, and nice people.
Oh,
There you go.
Oh, you guys are so sweet. Oh,
By the what
Yeah.
was that person's name?
that's Ray Stribe.
Ray Stribe.
Ray. She'll send you the $20 in the mail for that tomorrow, so
Yeah,
don't worry
I'm
about
paying all of these people.
This is her with Piano in the Dark, by the way.
Yeah. My first time singing since my surgery.
it. When things get back to normal, what's the first project you're going back to? You said, I know you mentioned Legends, but is there something else that you've got on?
I'm going back on Royal Caribbean.
Oh, you're on
I'm a
cruising.
headliner on Royal Caribbean, a guest
on.
entertainer. They call them fly-on entertainers. And also I'm working with Don Casino as well, and they put me on Princess Cruise Lines. So I'm going to get back out there and tour the world again.
Right on.
Yeah, I need to suck up to you so I can get those gigs.
Yeah, well,
I had one of them. I had one of them about 15 years ago, and the previous administration is what I call her. Canceled it. I had a chance to do, I think, 3 weeks on a cruise, and she said no, and I haven't been able to get set back up
I'd
again.
love to help you.
Well, I understand she needs a valet to carry her bags on.
I'll do that.
That's
I
right,
figured.
Johnny.
I'll polish shoes. I'm great with
No.
sparkles.
You do not want to carry her bags. I've seen the pictures of what the hell she carries when she does these cruises.
Oh, my gosh.
You know, you need an entourage for the 32-plus bags.
I'll
Listen,
bring along Arnold.
All right, there you go. I do CrossFit. I can handle a couple of
It's hard to
bags.
fit all those people in this bag.
They have to be really short, don't they?
I could say something really dirty right now, but
Hey,
I'm not
we're
going
on
to
the
say.
FCC doesn't regulate us. Say
I
what
wanna
you
hear
want.
it now.
I was going to say, you've got us all.
I'm sure my mom and dad are listening.
I double dog dare
Oh.
Batteries cost a lot.
you. And they weigh a lot, too, by the case.
Hey, I got a question here. 'Cause
Sorry, Mama.
We love you, Mom.
I'm jumping to the end of our little question.
Go for it, because I'm waiting for getting to know you.
What do you do, Elisa? What do you do to enjoy your off time from being Elisa for a performer?
Well, I
What do you
guess
do
I
in
can
your
cross
off time?
that off the getting to know you question list.
What
That's
way?
why I crossed it off on my page, because it's on this page.
You gave me Plan B.
Don't you know what's on these questions by now?
I have no clue. You know that by now.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. I love to go out and support other bands. I love to go support people. I love to go have dinners. I love to spend time with my kid. We love to sit home and watch movies and teach them little recipes. And I love making music, and I love working out. And oh my gosh, if the gyms don't open soon, we're
Todd, you
all going to
preach.
be rolling out
Preach,
of
girl.
quarantine. I used to have some guns, and they are gone.
I want my CrossFit box back so bad.
Oh, I'm dying. I'm dying.
Anyway,
I know.
okay.
Can we get to our favorite part of the show now before I ask something I shouldn't?
No, first we're going to go to
You
a
already
commercial.
did.
But I am going to ask something before we go to commercial.
All right.
Is Sherry your mom's name?
Yeah.
Guess what?
Mama.
She's monitoring the show. With that, we're going to step aside for our quick break. Come on back for Getting to Know Lisa right after this.
When they said go big or go home, Marsigliano's Pizza took it to heart. Now featuring their famous 18-inch large supreme pizza. You get all the goodies for only $21.95. With pepperoni, salami, mushrooms, onions, and more. Fresh from the oven, your taste buds will be throwing a party. Call 702-979-9222 to order your own slice of heaven for carryout, delivery, or stop in and have a seat. That's allowed now. Marsigliano's Pizzeria. Make every night a pizza night.
All right, welcome back to Twin Brothers from Different Mothers, the now G-rated version of Twin Brothers, now that we know Mama's watching this show. And Dad, can we have, I need Elisa's mic up, please. And Neil's, if it's not.
I'm up.
There you go. All right, welcome back. We appreciate it. That provided a nice little segue there. Tweet us at through Twitter, hashtag Twin Brothers. Your tweet will show up there on the screen. Chat room is still open. It looks like this is going to be one of those shows where we'll probably go beyond the hour, which is great.
Yeah.
702-329-6947 is the local number outside the U.S. for your friend in Australia. You can call 855-502-4321. I'd hate to pay the toll-free number from Australia, but it's not my dime. Anyway, you know what time it is. The fun time of the show. Not that it
My
hasn't been fun.
favorite portion. One of my favorite
Scared.
portions.
Should I be scared?
Now it is time for Johnny, Getting to Know You and Aaron.
Getting to know you, getting to know all about you.
All right. Getting to Know You is a segment that we like to call Rapid Fire. Going to ask you a series of questions.
Gosh.
First thing that pops into mind is what we want an answer on. No thinking, no guessing, no doubling back, because if you do, you get buzzed and you're out. Anyway, okay, here you go. Ready? Favorite all-time actor?
Robin Coleman.
Oh, I have no idea.
My girlfriend, she co-starred in Tyler Perry's Going to Jail.
Oh.
And she's one of my best friends. So.
Okay, that's what we call a cheap plug. Not a problem. Favorite all-time actress?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I have so many of them.
Pick
I have
one.
So many.
Tyler Perry.
Meryl Streep. I love Meryl Streep. Or Glenn Close. I love Glenn Close.
They're almost the same in one.
They
Aren't
are
You
the
never
same
see them in the
person.
same
Are
room
they
together.
the same people?
Just about.
It's like De Niro, Dustin Hoffman, and Robin.
Al Pacino.
And Pesci
Pacino, right.
and Al Pacino, right? Exactly. Okay, favorite all-time movie, so that when it comes on, you're popping popcorn, you're getting your favorite adult beverage, you're turning the world off, and that movie is
That's an easy one. Footloose. I've always loved it. I still watch it.
The original.
The original. Kevin
What did you
Bacon.
think about the remake?
I didn't watch it. I couldn't do it.
There you go.
I couldn't
Footloose.
do it.
All right, that's a good one.
I got to meet Kevin Bacon and eat lunch with him. By the way.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was crazy.
He didn't have a BLT, did he?
I no.
Just curious. Anyway, there we go. A little Footloose in the background there. Favorite music genre?
Arena rock. They call it AOL. Journey, Styx, Toto, Kansas,
Love that.
Heart.
Love that. Carry On, My Wayward Son.
Oh God, I love it so much.
Favorite all-time song, so that when you hear it come on in your car, you don't care what anybody looks like at you when you're singing and bebopping in the car, and that song is?
Right now, it's Woman in Chains. I've been binging on that one.
Who sings that?
Tears for Fears.
Oh, Tears for Fears. That's
yeah,
right.
it's beautiful. Yeah, I love it.
I love this song.
Oh yeah.
I got to share a quick story about the song. I was driving my kids to middle school one day, and Dad with I have twin daughters.
Oh, you
So we're
do?
like 3 blocks away from the middle school. This song comes on, and I'm bebopping in the car, and I threatened. They're singing with me, like, Dad, you got to stop 3 blocks away from school and drop us off.
Yeah.
I said, hell no. I pulled right up in front, rolled down the windows, music blaring.
They're never gonna
Have a
forgive you
good
for
day,
that."
girls. As I'm singing this on the way
They're
out.
embarrassed of us. Our
They
kids.
are. They haven't spoken to me since. Anyway, okay, here you go. No holds barred. We're not regulated by the FCC, ladies and gentlemen. And Mama, please turn down your volume for about 5 seconds. All-time favorite curse word.
Fuck.
There you go, Mama. You can turn it. Mama, you can
Sorry, Mom.
turn it back on if you like. Okay.
She says it, so whatever.
Oh, okay. Well, she says it, then it's blessed. If money were no object, what is the dream car you'd like to see parked in your driveway? Assuming you don't have it.
I think I want to get a Tesla. I do want to get a Tesla.
Really?
Yeah.
Which model? The
I don't-
SUV?
the one that whoever I marry buys me.
Whoever you marry.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
So no engagement ring, just buy the car.
Just marry me, divorce me 6 weeks later, but I keep the car.
I
It's in
keep
the
the car.
agreement. I already got it
Exactly, man. Everybody's still in the chat room. God bless you all. We appreciate it.
We're sorry.
No. That's all good. If
I
you guys
know.
want to answer some of these,
I'm
please feel
teasing.
free to put them in. Okay. Greatest vacation ever taken?
Hawaii.
Which island?
Oahu, because I got to be there doing Legends for 14 months, and the women and the men are so kind, and my best friends live there, and it's like waking up in a fantasy every day.
Right.
It's
Right, right
incredible.
on.
I want to live there.
Have you ever been to Hawaii?
I have.
You can get a shirt like Johnny's.
Well, I worked a
Like Johnny.
gig there. I worked a gig, and back then when I was by myself, I'd work the gig, and I'd never go out of the hotel. I'd look out the window, but I'd never go out and venture
Oh, wow, why not?
because that's who I am. I'm there to work.
Oh, well, I understand.
and
But
I
you sure
never-
missed a lot.
Yeah, I did.
That song, Hawaii Five-0. You know the scene where Jack Lord is on the balcony?
Yep.
That building and that floor was owned by a dear friend of mine, Tony Martini, who was an all-time entertainer here in Vegas many years. He debuted in Vegas the same time Wayne Newton did.
Really?
He's worked with the best. He's down in Florida now living. That ledge where he walks out on was Tony's office. He knew Jack Lord.
Does he get residuals at all, or
No.
nothing?
Oh,
Zero.
wow.
He just gets me plugging it and mentioning him. That's
Oh, well.
about it.
That's what friends are for.
There you go. Love the guy. All right, favorite meal, top to bottom. Appy on down. What's your favorite meal?
Sushi.
Okay. I guess you don't need an appetizer with sushi.
And the worst?
No, not the worst. I don't want the
That's
worst.
not
meal.
one of our questions.
No.
Sushi. I love cheese.
Okay. So from beginning to end, sushi. What kind of sushi is your favorite?
I like spicy.
Honey.
I'm just.
Yeah,
I'm
little
coughing
something.
up.
Oh, you
I
mean
got
like
some
the
rum in my
courses?
throat.
You mean the courses?
Yeah. So what would be? So if you had sushi, maybe that would be your main course.
Well,
would you do a little
I'd
appy?
start off with edamame, and then I'd
Okay.
have some miso soup, and then I'd have sushi, and then I would have some Little Debbie Swiss rolls.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Do you put them in the refrigerator to cool out, and then you peel the
No,
chocolate
I
off?
like it when it melts in your
Are
mouth.
you looking to take over Daryl Hannah's?
Here we go.
I'm asking, is she looking to take over Daryl Hannah's role? You know, when she was the mermaid and
Yes.
that whole
Got it,
thing, because
yeah.
all she eats is fish.
That's a great point.
I don't,
Except
I,
Little
don't
Debbie's.
like, I don't like any other fish except for sushi, which is really bizarre.
Yeah, it is.
I
That's
don't
raw.
like it. I don't like it cooked and the smell.
I mean, that's
and-
raw. It's like you might as well just reach into
I
the
don't
lake
like
and
to
eat the
smell
fish.
it.
So
It's
you like
nasty.
it raw.
Okay, next question, ladies and gentlemen. So what would you have a dessert for that meal?
I told you, Little Debbie
Oh,
snack.
you did, the Little Debbie
snack cake.
I like them in the fridge. You
I'm
peel
from
the
Arkansas.
chocolate off and then eat just the cake.
Yeah, I kind of break it down and just eat.
Lasts
the-
longer that way.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't ask you the next question because Neil already asked it in the previous segment.
Ask it again.
Neil
No, ask it again.
Porn
Ask it again.
boy.
Yeah, porn
Favorite
toy.
Las Vegas thing to do to relax?
God, there's so many.
Let me guess. You go watch entertainers?
Well, yeah, but I also like to sit at home with my son. Yeah.
How
what-
old's your son, Bo? You know,
He's-
you haven't talked about
He's
it.
15. Well,
Yeah?
I try to keep him off social
Well, I'm
media.
not asking you his name. That's okay.
Oh, he's just turned 15.
Right on.
Yeah,
All
he's
right.
he's amazing. Hi, Brandon. I love you.
There you go. Trying to keep him off social media. I got 400,000 people listening. Hi, Brandon.
Don't pay any attention to
He
Mommy's
live-
earlier statement.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, please, we talk about
There you
everything.
go.
He's
I work in the school district. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask what school he goes to, though,
No,
so I'll
no,
save
no,
you that
won't
question.
tell you.
Okay, now obviously
no school.
Okay, that's
Right
true
now.
right now. 15 years here in Vegas as a headliner. Obviously, you got friends from all over the world, all over the country that want to come and visit, whatever.
20 actually.
20?
Yeah.
Okay, well then your bio lied.
Yeah, it did. It was old.
What's the one thing or two things you suggest to those visitors who say, all right, what should I do when I come to Vegas?
Well, when it opens back up, Legends in Concert.
Of course.
Because they completely rebranded it.
Okay.
It's not just impersonators now. Frank Marino was hosting it.
Yes.
So he brought the whole divas,
Right.
female impersonator thing, and with comedy, and then they have little vignettes of like dances and amazing dancers on
Right.
top of that with amazing lights, and then you have the impersonators. So it's 3 different things in one show.
Do you call them impersonators? Is there a different term?
Tribute artists?
Some people are impersonators, and I call myself a tribute artist because I don't look a lot like her. So I pay more tribute to her, even though I do wear her costumes, her wig, and everything. But it's more of a tribute. But some
You're a
people,
wig? I didn't know that.
yeah, well, yeah, in Legends I do, but not when I do Royal Caribbean and all that because it's a tribute.
Before we get to the last question, just a couple other shout outs. David Orlov, a good friend of the shows.
Hi, David.
Oh, you know him too, obviously.
Yeah.
He is
in
I know
Texas.
he's on a road trip right now, and he just mentioned he's currently watching from Fort Worth, Texas, coming back to Vegas tomorrow. Plus he sends a hello to Johnny over there. Of course,
He's so sweet.
Of course, he's just letting her know where he's watching, says hello to him, but doesn't give a crap about you and I.
Yeah, so
And our buddy Richie.
Priorities.
That's right. And our buddy Richie from Ohio, hands down, Elisa is a dynamite guest. So
Aw,
he's loving you on
thank
here.
you,
We thank
Richie.
everybody. I mean, our chat room is blowing up. All right, last question. Okay, had you not realized that you wanted to sing at the age of 13, 14, and you did not become as successful as you are, what career would you think that you'd find yourself in today?
I would work with either underprivileged children or survivors of human trafficking or advocating to help organizations to end human
I
trafficking.
hosted an
My-
event here in town about
Ooh,
sex
honey.
trafficking.
Yeah.
Just real quickly, Ken Foot, love Elisa. She's the real deal.
I can't.
Richie Manderfield Garcia, the best female guest yet. Bring her back often. We love her personality.
I love you, Kent, and hi, Tiff, and hi, Mama. I used to hang out with them all the time.
So I've got another comment in here. Arthur Martini, who I mentioned earlier, he is involved with the new network that I'm doing stuff for called GoldenNetwork.tv, owned by
Nice.
Tema Hammond.
Oh, wow, okay.
And we do a couple of shows on there, and we just started a new show called Keep Talking, which is a topical show, but it's improv. So,
Oh, gosh.
Tema, hi Tema.
Hi,
Hi,
Tema.
Tema.
Tema's watching, says hi, and they love you.
I love you
And we
too.
should bring you on to Keep Talking as a guest to do some stuff with us. So that's a great idea.
love that.
And David, by the way, from Australia says,
David,
we, we say, what the hell are you doing over there?
Donald Trump said it's okay to do this.
Injection.
Oh, I'm sorry. You gotta
Okay. He says
It's
to
not-
remind
it's
us.
not bleach.
He reminds us to say good day.
Oh, good
Good
day.
day, mate.
Good day, David. I'm looking forward to recording your first song tomorrow.
Well, the good news is, there you go, little Vegemite sandwich. Here's the good news for you. You were off the hot seat on getting to know you. You survived our round of
Yeah.
questions.
Thank you.
Right? It's a tough little segment we do here.
Yeah, it's like you just freeze.
Hey, we are over our hour. You could just hang on for a couple more minutes?
Sure.
All right. So if you have any questions, please tweet us, put it in the chat room, call us. The numbers are on the screen right there. I'm not going to keep repeating them. GoLive.Vegas, download the app. We're all over the place. Podcasts will be available.
Tribute to CelineDion.com.
Yeah, give your websites. Give all your information because we haven't done that yet.
Could you just add me at Elisa Fur Entertainer or on tributetoceline.com? You can email me. I'm also on Twitter. And you can email me for a gig request at elisafur@gmail.com. ELISAFURR@gmail.com.
Do you do voiceover work?
Yes, I do.
Good. We have an additional now female voice to do some commercials around here instead of all us guys.
I do.
And you have a mug at Portnoy.com.
That's
Support
right.
Elisa.
Please buy my mug so you can drink out of me.
I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
It's not a body shot deal. Very different.
Right now, my brain, if I had a cop in the room, I'd get a ticket for speeding because my brain is just going. That's a whole nother show
I'm
I
sorry
used to
to
do.
all the wives.
I warned our listeners
That's okay.
and viewers in the beginning of the show, but we've had a ball.
Yeah.
This has
great.
been fun.
I can't believe an hour.
So-
Sure, sure, I'll sit here
All right.
insubordinate.
For what?
Vegas Nights.
Oh, we have a banner for that? Oh, okay. Do you want to throw that up
For
now and then we'll
Johnny.
come back?
Sure.
All
Well,
right.
we can listen to Elisa while I do an impromptu voiceover. Coming
Oh,
up.
Vegas Knights. When he said Vegas Knights, I'm thinking the hockey team. I'm like, wait a minute.
I did the same thing.
Sorry.
Yeah, come and join me on Sunday for a socially responsibly distanced party from 6 to 9. It's
Socially responsible? Is that what you said?
socially responsibly
Distant?
Yeah, distant. There's no scripts, no set lists. It's an all request show. I'll sing anything. We got thousands of songs you can pick from. There's some of my celebrity friends. Maybe we can get Elisa to come on. I don't know. She's a tough get. Maybe
How
get
come we
Elisa
don't
to
get?
come.
How come we don't get invited to stuff like that?
You do. You just say I'm too busy.
No, you always ask us to be in the audience. You're asking her to actually sing and do something.
Put you up on stage for an extended
Yeah, he
commercial.
did.
He
That
did.
was
He did.
me.
Yeah, you did. Yes, you did.
You
That was
tell
fun.
him,
That was
Johnny.
actually fun.
I
All
grabbed
that-
the microphone, but he turned the thing off.
Well, you wouldn't stop talking. I had to take a break. It was like, come
Well,
on
why
now.
should your stage be any different than this one?
That's right.
He turns you off.
So yeah, come on Saturday. Bobby
Where
Mayo's
were
in the
we?
Galleria
Yes,
Mall from 6 to 9. Happy hour starts at 5 o'clock with specially priced drinks. They got an all new menu. The food's great. The atmosphere is great. They have all the tables spaced out. You can't be at the bar. So they send out servers with masks. They have gloves and masks and all that stuff. We had a great time last night with Mark Maynard. It's Mario tonight, and I'll be there tomorrow night.
Right on. As Johnny was wrapping that up, I just went back into my live comment section of the chat room. Bob Drake, love this interview. Kelly Redis, I hope I'm pronouncing that last name right. Hi, Elisa. She's a child friend from North Little Rock. Very good. Bob comes back, says, glad you're feeling better. Your friend from David, thanks for a great show. Aaron Neal, twin brothers having you on. And Teresa Mala, another great show.
Thanks, guys.
Also, in our chat room is Fielding Franklin,
Hello.
unbelievable magician.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
I
I've
believe-
heard that
yep,
name before.
yep.
Don't make us disappear, please.
Fielding Franklin West.
Yes.
So it's like, it's like if you get divorced, you keep 5 names.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
couldn't say that
how many-
after a couple of cocktails.
Oh.
See, I said
Cocktails.
cocktails.
Nice.
Oh, yes. This is not the show for English enhanced people, okay? So
No.
we'll just go from there. Somebody by the name of Dorothy Portnoy says hi to everybody. She's in the
Who is-
chat room.
Who's that?
Who?
How come I
Are you
didn't
guys
say it?
related?
Because
She
she's in my
saved me.
because she's in my chat room, not yours.
You want to explain how she saved you? Because
She's-
it's a great story. We haven't talked about it.
Really quick. I was curling my hair, and I had just gotten out of the shower, and so I wasn't dressed. And I dropped the curling iron, and I grabbed it and pushed it against my right girl, and got a huge, awful burn. And so I went over to Neil and Dorothy's, and Dorothy gave me some lavender oil for it. So she saved my boob. Thank you, Dorothy, for saving my
I
boob.
was going to say prove it, but I'm not that kind of guy.
No, it's doing
I
much
am.
better thanks to
David,
Dorothy.
I am too.
David,
Let's vote him out.
David from Australia says, and I know I'm pronouncing this wrong, fair dinkum, which translates to catch you later, dudes.
Okay,
So thank you, David. We
I'll
appreciate
be recording
it.
for him tomorrow.
Dorothy.
How did we go about talking about a boob to fair dukem or whatever he said?
That'd be Dinkum.
Oh, dinkum.
Yeah, same thing.
Well, don't you dinkum dunkum and
Something like that.
Thank you, Dorothy.
Okay, I do have one sort of serious question at this point. There are obviously people out there that maybe want to get in the business, somebody knows somebody who wants to get into business, share your story and everything, what would you tell somebody who wants to do what you do in the business? What's your advice or not advice?
Singing.
Whatever.
There's so many different steps, but the first thing is you want to take voice lessons, and Kimberly Knitz is a great voice coach here. I'm getting ready to start teaching again if you want to train from me on Skype. But to sing as much as you can and get experience. Go to every open mic night, every karaoke, and that's the first thing, is to develop control. And once you get to where you can do that, then all the other things will follow. But you got to learn control and how to be able to control that
I'm
voice.
looking at you and hearing you've got to learn control.
Yeah, I don't have any of that.
Oh, that's why I'm like, okay.
From my
The
mouth.
next edition of Twin Brothers will be at midnight tonight. Anyway, Johnny, do you have a question or comment?
I had a quick question. Lisa, a lot of people use karaoke as a dirty word, especially professional singers, and they look down. You apparently think differently. Tell me more.
Well, it's a great way to be able to get your songs out there. If you don't have the budget to, get a band and recreate everything, I love to get tracks. My last 4 videos I've put up have been instrumental tracks.
And you could be seen at those shows too, and sometimes you never know who's going to be in the audience.
Oh
right?
yeah, going to sing. Yeah, we love going to sing karaoke, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of my friends that are successful singers love to go sing karaoke. So.
I did karaoke one time. I was at my daughter's bas mitzvah. We had a karaoke guy there for the girl, for the kids.
Yeah.
If I were a rich man, because Fiddler on the Roof is my favorite, and that's my
Diddle,
favorite.
deedle, diddle, digga, digga, deedle,
That one
diddle.
too, yes.
I did karaoke. I got a standing ovation. Everybody stood up. They
And
walked
They
out.
walked
Yeah.
out, exactly.
I knew you were gonna say
I
that.
haven't done singing since then either. But I have it actually on videotape because my best friend who was doing it with me,
Oh my gosh.
he was drunk off his rocker.
That's the best karaoke singers
funniest
ever,
thing.
though. You got to own it. You have to own it. Is that you singing?
Oh, wait a minute. This is not Zero Mostel.
No, this is Roger Whittaker, my grandmother's favorite singer of all time.
Okay, Grandma, then I'll let it go.
I thought that was you. I was like,
No,
wow,
that's not me.
You are really good.
If he had access to that song, I'd be running out of here so fast. Kelly, by the way, asked me to extend a hello from Sonia Linker.
Hi, Sonia.
So, very cool. This has been great. Well, listen, do you have anything else on your slate there, Mr. Portnoy?
No, I mean, I'm just watching the chat room literally blow up with people all over the country.
Stay in front of that microphone because you're fading as you're turning.
All over the country.
Johnny, wrap-up thoughts, sir.
Oh man, I'm so happy to have you here.
this was
and,
fun.
And by the way, I have to give a big shout out to her. I get so many calls and emails and questions about her because she was a part of the Alone Together video,
Right.
and
Thank you.
and they're all positive. But I did get my first negative.
Uh-oh.
I got my first negative. I can't repeat what it said. The guy hooned everything. She timed everything. She sent it to me.
Had a
It was-
backdrop.
Yeah, she had a backdrop, and it was
lighting, and-
great. She's in the middle. She's one of the feature, and she did such a
I kept
a great
replaying
job.
that section of the video over
Oh, you
and
guys,
over.
everybody was so good on there. Thank you
So-
so much for letting me be a part of it.
Heck,
Thank
even
you,
we were
thank
on
you.
it. We were on it.
Yeah,
Neil?
you guys were.
We opened it.
We opened it like
And then we closed it real quickly.
Real,
Oh, my
real
goodness.
quick, like.
Yeah,
Oh,
Ron
my
Luxembourg said I should remove you guys, but I said no. I'm standing firm. I'm going to leave you in there.
Oh man,
He's off the
people can be
payroll.
so mean. We have to
I'm
to
kidding. I'm
unite.
kidding.
In that song, we were like the Phil Rizzuto
I saw
of
you.
Paradise by the Dashboard Light by Meatloaf.
Hey, you know what we can do? We can,
They love me.
since she is such a talented singer, we can play out the show. I got her at last year at Kenny Davidson's show with Dennis Blair playing the guitar, and she is singing a little disco.
Oh yeah, shake your body down to the
Yeah.
ground.
Can you give us a line?
Let's shout. Shake your body down to the ground. Let's dance. Let's shout. Shake your body down to the ground. Let's dance. Let's shout. Shake your body down to the ground. Let's dance.
With that, we're going to start
Let's
wrapping
shout.
up. You can keep going.
Shake
You keep
it
singing.
over.
I'm not going to dance after your last comment about two Jewish white guys trying to dance. I'm just going to sit here and listen.
That's when we call for doctors' help and the insurance companies.
Dennis Blair, David Ramirez, of course, Kenny Davidson, Jason Ebbs on guitar, Janaea Chadwick Ebsworth on background vocals
Hi, Jason.
at Tuscany Suites at the Piazza Lounge.
Hi, Janaea.
Right on. Thank everybody for just blowing up the chat rooms and all of the watch parties and everything. We appreciate your comments and participation. Mama Fur, we apologize if we embarrass you.
I'll
by
do it
asking her
every
that
day.
question,
It's nothing new.
But this has been a lot of fun. Thank you so much for coming on. And I have a funny feeling this is not going to be the last time you're going to be on Twin Brothers. Right? Am I right by saying that?
I agree.
Okay,
All right.
Johnny, closing comments.
Yeah, thank you, Elisa, for coming on. You were fantastic, great in the video. Upcoming, make sure to check her out on Facebook and all this stuff. If you're not a Facebook friend, get her, because she's going to be starting performing again sometime real soon, I'm
Legends
sure.
in concert, baby.
Yes, Legends, catch her.
Neil, as you give your closing comments, I'm going to ask Elisa to get out of her chair and come stand next to me for 1 second. But go ahead, your
All
closing
right.
comments.
Oh, closing comments. Elisa, thank you, dear. We become really good friends over the last year or so. Love listening to you sing. I mean, just an incredible talent, an incredible voice. Jennifer Lopez Goosies.
Oh, my goodness gracious. I asked for her to stand next to me because before the show went on the air, we were having height measurement
Right,
contest
right.
between Neil and her. And she's got heels on, but I'm proud to say that I think we're going neck and neck. Do I have at least, dare I say, a hair ahead of her on
No,
the height?
she's taller than you.
She's taller than
Yeah,
me?
she's taller than you.
Really?
Now
But she has on 9,000-inch heels back here.
Yeah, because we're the same height. She took those off, and we're the same height.
What are you without shoes?
10.
Shorter.
Yeah, 5'10".
Shorter? Thank you, Captain Obvious. All right, I have no idea who our guests are going to be next week. As always, we'll find out on Friday. When we do, we'll share it with you. Johnny, as always, thank you, buddy. Neil, love you. Elisa, thank you so much for coming out. It was a pleasure. Hey, Aaron, thank you, sir. Everybody out there, make sure you tune in to Twin Brothers next week right here, 12 noon. See ya.